Guys, what is going on? Happy Thursday. We are in the mix. What is going on? We made it to another happy Thursday. Happy freaking Thursday. You made it. We're one click away from Friday. I love it, man. I love it. Guys, hope y'all had a great week going on so far. I had a nice week. I turned 43 on Monday. All my fellow Leos out there, big salute. I'm telling you, it's going to be a good one. But guys, man, really nice to have you guys here. And we got a lot to talk about. There's been a lot of cool airplanes that have popped up. A lot of good airplanes out there that are at awesome prices that we're going to talk about. And I'm telling you, man, I think it's going to be pretty freaking cool. But guys, look, we made it to another Thursday. Work is done. We're getting ready to hit Friday, and we're going to be cruising into the weekend, man. I don't know about you guys in the rest of the country, but in North Carolina, the weather has now shifted just a tad bit. Man, we're having nice middle of 70 days and everything. So this is the time where we get to close to the end of the week. We put all the nonsense from the week to the rear. And man, we just focus on flying over here. So it's been a really, really good a good day so far. But guys, I really appreciate the happy birthday wishes. That's that's always a good thing. Always a good thing to have a birthday. But really appreciate all the happy birthday wishes. There were so many, man. I couldn't even keep up with them. So even today, I'm still checking off and saying thank you and all that kind of stuff. So. But yeah, man, I think most of the country is having really nice weather. So I'm hoping that this is going to be a prelude to better fall like weather coming around. So I'm telling you, man, it is what it is. Arn Mover says, congratulations on another lap around the sun. Yeah, man, I appreciate it. So I'm 43 years strong, man. Everybody's like, what's it feel to be 43? I'm like 42. I mean, I don't know. It feels pretty good so far. I'm waking up, though, a little sore, moving a little bit slower. I noticed that. So now I'm having to stretch. But, yeah, man. Angelo Lopez says you had a rough, long day, man. I hope it gets better. We're almost there to the end of the week. And it's just going to get better. So, meanwhile, let's see. Keith Dunn says, thank you for the shout-out last week. My brother and dad didn't believe I got one from you. Thanks. Of course, man. Hey, no, man, we really appreciate you coming into the channel. Really appreciate you guys checking us out and kicking this bad boy in the teeth as we get close to Friday. So, without further ado, guys, don't forget to check out Raleigh Hobby Shop down there at the bottom. They've got a full line of RC everything, and if you don't have one close by, a hobby shop close by, you can hit those guys up and order directly from them, and they'll drop ship. So if there's something you want and your local hobby shop doesn't have it, you can get it from these dudes. They're local. They're really nice guys, good family-oriented business, and got to support them, man. You got to support the local guys, right? So with that said, let's jump into some of these cool topics we have, guys. So we recapped last week. We talked about the update to the X-Fly B-1B bomber. They updated the wings. They made them a little bit beefier. And it's funny because I was jumping into some of the forums, and I was just sitting in the background listening to people. And I'm like, man, some people should be happy that there is, like, people are updating airplanes. Like, there's a V2 version, right? Like, they're just trying to make things better. So it was very interesting to see some people that seemed like they weren't happy to have an updated version of that airplane. So thought that was very interesting. But can't make everybody happy, but I can tell you what does make a lot of people happy. I'll tell you what made me happy. So I started hearing scuttlebutt, and I kind of knew this was going to happen, but boom, that right there, that made me happy. When I saw that bad boy, man, that was cool. The official Freewing 90mm F-16 V2 EDF jet. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, but I was out there giving hints that this bad boy was coming out. So, I I didn't want to let the cat out the bag. I didn't want to, spoil it or anything like that, but it was coming, dude. And it's a really nice looking bird. I really like what I'm seeing. And I think they did a good job with the scheme. It's different. It looks good. And I'm really stoked about it. I'm jumping into the comments here and seeing exactly what's going on. So, what are your guys' thoughts about that one, man? And let me know, is that something that you're going to buy? Let's take a closer look at it. We're going to jump onto the website, Motion RC, and see about that airplane. I think it's a really nice one. I was waiting for them to come out with the V2 version of that bird, and they finally did. And man, it looks really, really nice. So, take a look at this right here. So, this is the 6S version right here, and it's going for $5.99. And it's a really nice looking bird. I mean, it's pre-order, of course. And I'm kind of funny about pre-order airplanes because I like for them to work the kinks out, but it looks really nice. Comes with a full assortment of, rockets and stuff. Me personally, I never use the rockets or anything like that, but it's a very nice looking bird. I do wonder how it's going to show up on the cloudy days, because that right there, obviously that's camo and it's going to do its job when it's flying. But you got Wesley right there with Motion RC holding the airplane, and it's looking pretty good, man. It looks pretty bright, but I wonder how that's going to show up, right? Fully loaded. I was watching the video of this thing fly, and the 8S version seemed like it had plenty of power. This is really cool. It's got the functional air brakes on the back, and I like that. I like that a lot, man. And it's just got a really nice profile. We're going to jump into what they changed on this bad boy, and it looks like they updated a lot of things. Not only does it have this, it's got the quick release wings, which is very cool. I like that a lot. It has the upgraded 1960 kV motor. This is 6S. And I like the spring-loaded cheater holes. They're just cool. They're just really neat to have. And you're going to get more power out of your EDF because it's going to suck more airplane, and it's going to keep the airplane looking nice and scale. So quick attach if you like to put all the armament on there. I don't like, doing mine. I don't like putting all that stuff on there, but they upgraded the larger battery compartment to accommodate 8S. And you can kind of see this is a 90 millimeter, man. So I'm wondering how it's gonna fly. And I'm teetering on the edge of actually getting one. And this bird weighs 7 pounds. And this is the 6S version, if I'm not mistaken. So this is going to be pretty cool. Runs on one 5000 6S all the way up to a 6000, which is pretty cool. But I will probably end up getting the 8S version because it's what, a couple bucks more. So the 6S version weighs 7 pounds, and this one weighs, I think it's like a 7.27 pounds. So really, it's not a noticeable amount. And those airplanes fly really nice. 1350 new KV, 90 millimeter. That's a powerhouse, guys. So I'm gonna go 8S with this one, and it looks like it's gonna be a really nice bird. But from the pictures, everything's looking pretty good. So what do y'all think? Y'all gonna end up getting one of these, or are you gonna sit back and watch them and kind of see how they do, or what? Because I was looking at it and I saw the video of it and I was watching it fly. It's a really nice flying bird. So let me jump into the comments before I start this video. Let's see here. We're gonna jump into there, but you know what? Let's just gonna mute this. I was watching it and seeing if it was gonna. Yeah, that's really nice. That's a nice looking bird. I gotta cut the music. That's pretty cool. That's neat. I like it a lot. I couldn't tell if this was high alpha or if it was just slowed down. It looks like it's slowed down. But that's high alpha right there. So that's showing you. Now, what was that about? Did y'all see that? That was blurred out. Oh, they must have had it wrong in there, so they changed it. Okay, fair enough. That's cool. But it's got really bright lights. Check that out. That's kind of cool. Really nice additions. Um, really nice looking bird. Now, this is what's important right here. Stronger landing gear mounts, painted CNC landing gear. So I had the version 1, and man, let me tell you guys, they were horrible. They were really hard too. I had to buy a brand new assembly right here, and I think that thing was running like 100 and something bucks, 150 bucks for that whole assembly. But I'm gonna take their word for it. You know, we're grass flyers, so it's gonna be pretty tough on it. So we'll see how it goes. But you can see how the ordnance goes on there. Pretty standard stuff. Looks pretty good. Looks really good with full ordnance on there. I'm sure that's a drag machine, but it looks really nice. You know, the quick release are becoming my friends. I like that they have one little servo right there, and you can see him dropping this bad boy in. Slows down very nicely. So there you have it. I'm gonna jump into the comments over here and see what we got. Let's see here. So, what do you guys think about this bad boy? Let's see here. Oh man, I'm behind. Let's see here. What's going on, guys? I'm gonna do a roll call here in a second. We've got 49 people in the room. Also, RC Pilot Will's gonna be dropping in here. Me and him actually went flying earlier today. We had to enjoy we had to enjoy it, man. The weather's been great. Let's see here. Stolt Production says looks good. Freewing did a good job. They really did. They really did. We've all been waiting for this one too. So thank you for releasing that. I think it's done very well. So we'll see what happens. Mel RC says like the scheme. Wish it wasn't blue though. Yeah, I like the scheme myself, but I feel like that it's going to be a little difficult at an angle. But you know what? Can't get everything you want. Love the scheme, Bobby. Got my F-16 on pre-order. Yeah, man. Rob Bender's got it on pre-order. Victor RC Jet says, I didn't order it. Need to finish the F-22 first. Yes, Victor. I've been waiting for your video on your F-22, man. So I'm just kind of holding back. And I'm wondering what's taking you so long. So, man, you need to get it in gear, man, and get that bird in the air. But take your time. Don't rush on my behalf. Let's see here. Keith Dunn says, I think the F-16 looks good, and I may get it. You know, I think the price point that they're asking for this it's not bad. It's not unobtainium, I would say. $599 for it. You know, for the 6S, and then $639 for the 8S is good. I think it's a good price. And I don't, you know, lower is always better, but I think that's a reasonable price. And not far off from what the prices were about a year ago. So I think it's pretty cool. Let's see here. A lot of people think it looks good. Let's see. John Perry says, don't usually buy pre-order, but I jumped on it as fast. 8S coming my way. Yeah. After this show, I'm probably going to pre-order it because I really like the way it looks, and I'm excited about it. Wasn't really excited about the Zeus because honestly, I'm a scale guy, I like scale planes, but I'm not really. I like going fast, but the Zeus to me is like I can only go fast with it, right? Like, you know, but this, for whatever reason, it looks really good. The scale lights, the details, the functions, all going to be pretty cool. The air brake is absolutely cool, Mountain RC. Absolutely cool. Let's see. RC Lando, what's going on? He says, the spring-loaded cheater holes are a first for me. Spring-loaded cheater holes are really cool. They're on the Eurofighter. And it's a good way for them to keep a model-looking scale, but still get more air into the fan without, you know, hacking up the airplane, the airframe. So it's pretty cool. Let's see. Turn One says, Bobby, it's not a turbine. You only buy turbines now. You know, he's funny. He's not far from the truth, but I'm all over the place, man. I like it all, and I will fly. Look, today I was flying propeller planes, man. It was an awesome day. And I took out that Banana Hobby Twin Otter out, man, and flew it. And I actually got RC Pilot Will to fly it. He wanted to fly it, and I said, hey, man, why don't you try it? He's never flown a twin propeller airplane before, so we had to, you know, let him try it. So I thought that was pretty cool. Paternal One, you're not far from the truth. I love turbines, man. I really do. But this one is awesome, and you could throw, a 5,000, 6,000 lipo in that thing, call it a day. And let's see, Airbeck says you're going to go 5,000 or 6,000 4S. I'm going to probably go 5,000 4S. I have some 5,200 4Ss, and so I'll probably go that. Not 6,000s though. For some reason, 6,000s and 4S are heavy, man, and they're really blocky. So, but like I said before, I remember says wait and watch, see if any bugs come up. I'm a firm believer in waiting on the pre-orders. Every model that comes out has issues. Every model that comes out is going to have some quirks. And really, it's important for me to pause and not jump the gun and order, to pre-order airplanes. But sometimes you can't help it, man. That thing's just cool, and you just got to get it. Like you can't not have that one. So it's pretty safe to do that. Rob Bender says he's going to roll with some 6,000s in there. Do it to it, man. I don't see why not. RC Flying Veteran says, Bobby, did you drop the video for the F-14? The F-14. What F-14? Which F-14 are you talking about? I'll look down in the bottom. I'm not sure which one. Let's see here. I'm impatient. I need it now. Oh, Rage RC. Yeah, for sure, dude. I'm right with you. The gear look identical to the gear in the e-flite 80mm T7. They look very similar. The T7, honestly, is like an F-18, F-16, Frankenbird. So, yeah, the gear are very similar. Yes, that's right. And the gear in that e-flite T7 are strong as nails, guys. That's a really good airplane. I feel like that T7 doesn't get the respect it deserves. But we've got a review of that one. So you can check that thing out. Really cool flying bird. P51 fan says the e-flite F-16 80mm gear are not great in the grass. Hope these are better. Yeah. Now, originally I had the V1 90mm free wing F-16, and it was heavy. It flew horrible for me and would barely rotate off of grass. So I sold that bird and got the F-16, the e-flite F-16 80mm, and I loved it. I mean, it flies great, but the gear are an issue. So I'm hoping that they said they beefed up the gear, and I'm hoping that that's the case. So RC Lando says Wesley said he wouldn't recommend grass hops unless it's freshly mowed. Yes. The reason is, guys, is because of this. And I'll tell you, this is why, because this thing right here has those itty bitty little wheels right there. And most of the guys that these manufacturers for these airplanes will never really recommend grass for an F-16 because this front wheel is typically smaller. And this is going to be really hard on your airplane. As Jeremy Stoltz says, all grass is not the same, right? Like it's just, your grass is different from my grass. But you can take a look at this one and see that wheel's not that big. So, and they're flying this off of, it looks like Geotex. So you really want to think about what kind of grass you're flying off of. Nothing's worse than getting an airplane that struggles to get off the ground. And, it'll hurt your soul, man, because this thing's pretty cool. And that's a heck of a profile pic too right there. But you can kind of see the wheel's a little small. And good for Motion RC, Wesley, saying he doesn't recommend it for grass, because anytime you're giving us a heads up that it may not be the best for grass is a good thing. So, that way you don't have anybody that's disgruntled, man. I think that's a great thing. Let's see here. Marshall Rudder says, happy birthday, man. I really appreciate that. Appreciate your service too, by the way. Thank you. Let's see here. Craig Bevan says, not seen that one till now, Bobby. Yeah, dude. Dude, guys, there's been a lot of good releases today, so we're going to cover them. We're going to talk about them, and we're going to get your input and see exactly what it is. Let's see here. Matthew Smith says, you should really try flying a 3D printed jet. Hey, man, if I could find one, I'd love one. I think they'd probably fly just like everything else, I assume. Let's see, Tim Two Town. What's going on, Tim? Good to have you in the room, man. I'm glad everything's going good with you. I've been following you closely, so keep up the good work. He says, have the X-Fly Blue Angels twin 40 millimeter assembled tonight, flying it this weekend. That's the next bird I'm going to get. And then I'm probably going to lay off of the 40 millimeter twins for a little while. But dude, them 40 millimeters are awesome. They are really good birds. For the price point, you can't beat it. Like, it's a complete package. You can see behind me a lot of 64 and twins back there, guys, and they're just fun. You can literally roll and do whatever you want. Like, I can throw them in the truck and go. Let's see here. Let's take a look, and we're jumping in there. Let's see. RC Flying Veteran says, and add that added plastic for protection. Yes, they put plastic around the edges, around the hatch when you open it. Those are normally parts that start to wear. I've got a lot of airplanes that have worn. Let's see. Craig Bevan says, Bobby, the F-104 has spring-loaded cheaters, speed brakes. Yes, it does. I had that F-104, and that was a cool bird, and it scared the heck out of me. Man, that was a stressful bird. If you guys want an airplane that is super stressful, go get you an F-104. I'm not sure if Motion's making them or not, but, man, that airplane would make me nervous. So, let's see. Trying to get caught up in the comments down there. Pops305 says, Justin sold Afterburner. True. In my Aerofoam F-22 105 EDF. Man, that's going to be pretty cool. I'm sitting patiently waiting for you guys to start kicking out some videos of this thing. I want to see if it's going to roll off of the grass, man. Boom. He strikes again. Tim Toutant. Really appreciate it, man. Fired off $10. That's going to go into the EDF turbine surplus right there, man. Really appreciate that. That actually helps, and any of the proceeds I get always go back into the channel, man. Because like I said, this is pretty much self-funded. Like, I fund all this. There is no payment for this whatsoever. So it's kind of cool. So I really appreciate that, Tim. You don't have to do that, but you do. And I really appreciate that, man. So much appreciated. Let's see here. True Fire is going to be cool in there. Stoltz said, like I said, I like the jet, but I worry that the wings are going to be just as flexible as the original version. That was one of the things that e-flite's F-16s didn't do. So then that's true. I guess the wings didn't flex. I didn't know anything about the wings flexing on the V1 version of the free wings. So, but I imagine, and I'm hoping that when they went to the V2, they beefed that up. It'll be neat to see. So, Jeremy, are you going to get one of those? Is my question. Matthew Smix, what's going on? He says, hey, brother, love your content. You should try flying a 3D printed jet. Some of them are amazing. Dude, if you send me a link to some 3D printed jets, I would be more than happy to fly one, man. Matter of fact, that would be kind of like something I've never done before. So that would be actually cool. And, we've done a lot of cool things on this channel that a lot of people haven't done. Doing a EDF versus turbine. Me and Will did that. That's fun. We've got another thing that's coming out that's never been done. So we're always trying to push the envelope and be innovative and try different things that you guys haven't seen. Let's see here. Eddie K. He says, I wish they would have done the YF 1650 and the 50th anniversary paint job they had at Oshkosh. Now you're going to make me look up a YF-16. YF-16. I'm going to share it with you guys. Let's take a look and see. What does that look? Oh, I see. That's pretty cool. Here, I'm going to share that with you guys so you can see exactly what he's saying. And let's see here. Boom, boom, boom. And share that. This is what he's saying right here. He's wished they did that scheme. That scheme's pretty cool. Honestly, I kind of like. I mean, that's a cool scheme. You can't go wrong with red, white, and blue. Like, there's just no way. But I think that I like the blue, gray, and white. But this is pretty cool too. I mean, and it's different. It's not Thunderbirds, right? So, yeah, I'm with you on that one. I'm definitely with you on that one. I would absolutely co-sign with you. Let's see. Tim said the Atom is getting really close to being done. We need to get together and do a video of it. Absolutely, Tim. Absolutely, Tim. Guys, by the way, I've got some very cool. I got some news I want to share with you guys, but I can't share. But we're gonna have some really big things happening pretty soon with the channel, and so stay tuned, man. It's gonna be good. We got some fun things that's gonna be going down, and some cool products that are coming out that we're gonna be trying. So I'm gonna keep my mouth zipped on that one, but just stay tuned. That's all I can say. Let's see here. It's a short video of the XXL F14. Oh, you're talking to one that my buddy crashed, man. Yeah. You know, I have to find that video because he crashed it. Chris Gracie crashed it and he didn't even say anything to me. And I was like, what in the world, dude? I was like, what happened? I'm gonna share that with you guys because that was an epic crash. I'm not gonna lie. It was pretty crazy. And we never like to see the big birds go down, go hard or anything like that. But dude, this one was sweet. I mean, it was it was cool. So you gotta see it. So let me see if I can find that video for you guys. And yeah, it was vicious, dude. It was vicious. Let's see here. I'm trying to pull it up. Da 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 da. There it is. I want to show you. And man, it was it hit so hard it hurt the soul. You felt it. Let's see here. Oh man, I don't know if it was his or not. Let me see here. I think it was on one of his friends' websites, and I think it was. Yes, it was. So let me locate that. And if you guys know where it's at, you know what I'm talking about. Drop that link, and I will look it up, and I'll drop. There we go. Let's see here. Yeah, it was his F16 crash. Let me see. I'm searching for it right now. I saw it and I watched it over and over and over and over, and I was like, oh my gosh, my brain. It was pretty vicious, but it was also cool at the same time. Let's see here. Haha. Did I locate it? Did I locate it? Up. Located it. Thank you. Thank you guys. Appreciate that. Let's see here. What's wrong with that link? Let me see. Hey, check that link, Zach, because it's saying it's not working. Let me try. Let me try one more again. Oh. Let's see here. I'm not sure why it's doing that. Let me see here. I'm gonna copy that. And let's see if we can get it up. Here we go. I think this thing was pretty crazy when I saw it. Fingers crossed. Oh, I know why. Nope, it's not working for me. I don't know, man. Something weird with that link. Something weird with that link. Oh, there it is. Now you're cooking. That's it. All right, guys, we got it right here. I appreciate you, Haggard buddy. Okay, take a look at this, guys. This is going to hurt your soul because when it hits differently. Let's see. Here we go. And we're going to share this bad boy. And all right, check this out. Vicious. All right. Is there any sound? There we go. That's the F16 XL. Beautiful. Rough. I mean, he's out there doing his thing, having a good time. How long is this thing? What can I see? Man. Oh, you know what? I got to mute it because they're going to give me a strike. So he comes in for a low pass, and something goes terribly wrong. Terribly wrong. Check that out. Like, what happened? What was that? Like, vicious, dude. Vicious. Look at it. Did you see that? It just straight up disintegrates on impact. That is nasty. And there's nothing. You see the turbine go bouncing down there. I mean, you can't survive it, man. That was tough. And those are hard to come by, man. That thing's an amazing flying bird. Easily over 200-mile-an-hour airplane. Easily. And so yeah. And he loved that thing too. So when that thing went in, I was really surprised. But we'll watch it one more time. And yeah. That hurts when you see a big turbine like that go in. Because there's no good way after that. He comes around, sets up for the speed trial. I should have asked him too. Did he just miss, take the ground or what? So, but dude, that is rough. That is rough. Check it out. Got a cool little burner in there too. Boom. Just nothing. Just nothing. Woo, man, that's a rough one, right? Good God Almighty. So, yeah, that's pretty rough. Keith Dunn, man, appreciate the $4.99, dude. Really appreciate that. That goes into the kitty. Thank you, man. You guys are being really nice. I really appreciate that. I might be able to get another EDF and turbine after all. Let's see here. Yeah, Johnny Stansel says that was a kick in the plums. Man, you're not kidding. I mean, that was nasty, nasty. Very, very small screen. Yeah, it was tiny, but I didn't have any control over that. Mel Narcy says, what crash hurt you the most, Bobby? Honestly, the crash that hurt me the most was the crash that I had with the T-45. That thing hurt me the most, and that was probably the most upset I've ever been, ever, like flying. And it was hard for me to take. And while we're over there looking at other people's crashes, why don't we take a look at that crash since we're over here looking at bad crashes. I'll play it real quick and let you guys see. This is my worst crash of all time. Worst crash of all time. Let's just yeah. I named it when disaster strikes. Let's see here. I'm gonna get that one all queued up for you guys. And yeah, dude, that thing was pretty rough, man. And that was when I crashed the Aerofoam T-45. That was a beautiful bird, man, and I loved it. And it was pretty cool. It was a cool bird, and it went in pretty hard. So we can got a brand new 105 EDF inside. Had the brand new 105 EDF in that thing. That's 19 pounds. The money was spent. It's 110. I'm sorry, 110 millimeter. I took it up, was flying it around, and let's get to the good. I need to adjust that front landing gear because it's cutting. All right, here we go. So I was flying it around. I was trimming it out. And 6% throttle cruising. I'm getting ready to set up for a landing. Feel pretty good about it. Let's skip up here. Man. I was setting up for the landing. Taking it easy. I got a minute left on the clock. I dropped the gear. We're just going to take this one easy, and we'll end up taking it back up. And by the way, that's an amazing flying airplane by Aerofoam. I mean, it looks amazing. Cruise. So come by. Not going too slow. Plenty of speed. Sounds amazing. Beautiful looking bird, guys. So I'm setting up for the landing right here. So I was very aware not to get it too slow so it didn't stall or anything like that. Yep.
Going to do a long rollout.
And the motor quit.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Yep. And you see, and you can actually see it releasing the white smoke.
As the airplane's going down, you see a white trail of smoke coming out the back.
See that right there? It's right there. Yeah, smoked the motor. It got too hot and it just
That's
died.
from the motor. The motor completely just gave out. Burnt up.
It was not good. And I was upset.
I don't normally get really upset, but I'm upset because, dude, I had absolutely nothing. Yeah. I feel like the battery completely just gassed out on me. And well, the wings are good. That's okay. The fuse is kaput.
I was more upset that the EDF was completely trashed.
Oh, man, it's hot in there.
I was really upset.
That smell was the freshly burnt up motor. You could smell it pretty loud. So as I was crashed, so nothing. Ducted fan was totally trashed. So
yeah. So yeah, it happens. You know what I mean? So yeah, that was by far the worst one that I had. Not a very proud one. So yeah, it dropped like a rock. It really did drop like a rock. So let's take a look here. Let's see. Victor Sam was recorded F-16 crash tube, but you need to share it. It exploded in the air. Man, it's crazy. Just crazy. I'm not a fan of the scheme. It's very 1970s. I would agree. Attached to my PayPal account, $ at the right chat. Man, cool. I really appreciate that, guys. I'm serious. And Keith Dunn, I really appreciate it too. Seth Greenberg says very, very small screen. Turn one says, let's see, a lot of F-bombs came out of your mouth that day. They really did. Yeah, I was not happy with what we had going on right there, guys. It was not a good thing. And also it dropped out of the sky. Like I didn't have any control. So moving right along, let's go to the next topic, man. This has been a really good time. Boom. Here we go. We have the X-Fly Twin Otter, guys. That X-Fly Twin Otter, myself and Will, we flew that thing and it flew really, really nice. We actually took it up. It's a 71-inch. And we actually released the video of the Twin Otter. And it went really, really well. That is by far probably one of the nicest flying, easiest flying twin airplanes that I've ever had the opportunity to fly. I mean, it was like really, really nice. So let's take a look at it real quick and we'll see what you guys think. That airplane right now, I think it's going for $459, I believe, at bananahobby.com. Really nice bird. I mean, really, really nice. So no negative tendencies whatsoever. So let's just take a look at it real quick and see what you guys think. Let's see here. So we're going to take a look there. And then after that, we've got something even better to take a look at. So we're going to pull this bad boy up right here. And as you can see, this is the X-Fly Twin Otter. Wonderful looking bird. And let me get this up and running. Here we go. You can't beat the Twin Otter, man. It just flies really, really nice. We found out that it sips like milliamps. We were rolling with like a 4500 HRB and it was perfectly fine. It had absolutely no issues. And believe it or not, we flew it for like 10 minutes, like nonstop. And it just kept going. It was really impressive. Really impressive. So we'll take a look at this and then we're getting ready to push on to the next thing. Let's see here. So we've got the Twin Otter right there. And I'm going to show you guys exactly what we were talking about. Just bear with me. There it is. All right, so we're going to pull up that video real quick, and we'll let you guys take a quick run of it. And it's been pretty cool. Like, everybody seems to really like this bird. I was super impressed because I never thought that it would, I didn't really think people would really enjoy it as much as they seem to be doing. So we'll take a look at it, and you let us know what you think. So without further ado, let's pull this bad boy up and we're going to take a look at it. Let's see here. I'm going to share the screen and meet the e-flite twin otter. Here we go. Pretty cool looking bird. We'll kick this thing back up. And here we go. There we go. All right.
Just a smooth flyer.
I mean,
I just like keeping it in the bowl.
That thing is.
What is going on, guys? We have the awesome e-flite twin otter, guys. Check this.
All right, enough talking, Bobby. Check this thing, man. Look how good that thing is. Look how smooth that bad boy is. It doesn't take very much for it to get off the ground.
Yeah, it doesn't need a lot.
Really nice. Looks really good,
man,
too.
It's got more lights on there, too, right beside the Okay, guys, got 5 minutes on the clock. We are set. Flyer. It is the end of the day. Absolutely dead calm, so we're going to see how this one does. Checking the surfaces again.
Look at that.
And I think we're ready to roll. You ready?
All right, let's pull those props up.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
I love the Taco Bell down.
Let's do a nice scale takeoff, too.
All right, here we go.
Nice and scale.
Check this thing out.
Nice and scale.
Flies really scale, takes off with no problems.
Wow. Very easy to take off.
She said she didn't want to do it.
It scoots right along.
You know it's a stable plane when you bring it this low, right off the bat. Look at that. 50%. Those are money shots right
Cruises
there.
Around at 50%. I was dog
nice and tight in.
I was keeping it in the bowl.
That's no flaps, too.
Tight.
Just cruising along nicely.
Yeah. In the bowl. It up just a little bit. I feel like that 50% mark is right where you want it, where you can really just kind of cruise.
And the lights.
And we're keeping it in the bowl, guys. You can see we're keeping it nice and tight in.
Let's check out the landing. We're setting up for the landing
with flaps. Actually, you know
what? That's a good flying bird. If you're thinking about the
coming your way.
Or this one, man, this one by far beats the.
I mean, the flaps are just cool.
Heavy compared to this. This
we're setting up.
Light, and I was using the 4500 HRB, and
how beautiful that looks, man.
Long, like you.
Super scale.
This thing.
Easy on the sticks. Wow, that was nice, man. Let's get it over here.
It's quite the looker. It's quite the looker. But that's yeah, man, that was a video on that bird, and it was really, really nice. It flew really good. Let's see here. Hobby King is going to have a tad smaller otter coming out. Yeah. They've got one. Avios has got one in the works that's should be dropping pretty soon. So it should be pretty decent. So the thing is, you can't really go wrong with the twin otter. But yes, Mount RC, it was actually pretty quick. I was out there today and flying mine, and it was dead calm. I was thinking about putting in the GPS in there just to see. Haggard Hobby says, what batteries does that thing take? It runs on a 6S, anywhere from a 4,000 to a 6,000. I flew mine with a 6,000 and had zero trim, so I didn't have to trim it at all. Beautiful flying airplane. Winston Brown, what's going on, man? He says it's modeled after the original Trans Maldives airliner. They have an awesome commercial. Yeah. And the Maldives is nice too, man. I'd love to be there. ZeroBox65 says Banana Hobby videoed it at our local club. It seems to take off smoother on grass. Yeah, it was very smooth over here. So, yeah, I'm not sure how it went over there. But, man, it's a really nice flying airplane. Plenty of speed, plenty of power, unlimited vertical. On floats, it absolutely would be amazing. So, now, let's talk about the next topic, guys. Dude, I told you guys there's been a lot of cool stuff that came out. But also, there's been a lot of good deals going on, too. So, the next thing that came out today was the Extra 330 SC 3D 1.3 meter. Man, did you guys know that? So, that is an e-flite product, and we got to take a look at it, man, because it is actually pretty nice looking. And if you guys are familiar with the Extra 330, the 330 is an amazing aerobatic airplane, flies really good. This 1.3 meter is nice. The 369 is not bad either. So clearly it's going to have unlimited vertical, really nice looking airplane. And then again, this is one that is for pre-order. So it comes plug and play and bond and fly. But this is a really capable airplane. And it's a really nice one. It's foam, and yeah. I'm wondering what size motor it has in there. It's got a 85 amp Smart Light ESC, unlimited 3D, and they did a good job too with that. That paint scheme is pretty cool. Well, not really a paint scheme. Well, I guess it is paint. And this one runs on a 3S or 4S 14.8 3200. So that means you could put a 4000 in this bad boy on 4S, and it would be a rocket ship. So that's pretty good. Where's the video, I say? Where is the video? There's the video. Let's check it out. Gotta mute it because the music will give me a strike on YouTube saying, hey, man. So we've muted it real quick. And this is schemed after the Jim Burke. So let's see how it does. Oh, man, yeah. So it's clearly aerobatic. It clearly can hover. It's clearly overpowered as it should be. And it looks like it's a ball of fun. The original 330 was awesome. So this one's cool. And again, this is another toss and boss in your car, man, and go on and have 3D fun. This is highly capable. I've seen this airplane be taken up to the ceiling and put in a straight dive, full throttle, and yanked on the elevator, and it didn't fold the wings up. So looks like a really nice plane. I like that part right there, actually. That's pretty funny. And it looks really nice. They're rolling with the 3200 smart batteries, of course. Is there music? Yep, there's music. Let's see. Ball link, metal geared servos like it should have. So it's nice that they're putting this good quality stuff in here too. So good job, e-flite Horizon Hobby. You did a good job so far. You put out the you put this one out, and then you've got that the other twin that came out. Really good. So you're hitting all the markets for the folks, man. Pretty good. Looks like it's a very capable bird. What's the specs? So it's 51.5 inches. Cool. Brushless motor. And yeah, there you have it. I noticed they never really put the motor information on there anymore. They used to, and now you really have to hunt around for it. Like it says power type electric, but it doesn't tell you how many kV it is or any of that stuff. So yeah, not a bad looking bird for the price. So if that's something that you like, this just dropped today. Jump back into it, man. Just covering all these events, man. Let's see here. Jumping into the comments. Let's see. We're going to talk about Horizon's new lease. Let's see. The extra actually caught my eye. That scheme is slick. It really is. Winston Brown says, do you have a discount code available for Banana Hobby? I do not. I don't have one available for Banana Hobby, but I do have one for HSD Jets. So if you're in the market for a big HSD T45, he only has like 2 left that this code is good for. I know 3 of them got sold like what in the past couple of days. So he has only 2 left of that big T45 turbine plug and play, and he dropped the price on it down. So now it's even more cheaper. So we're pretty crazy. But RC PR10 is for HSD Jets. Maybe I could talk to Carrie and see if we could get a code, and then we can get one out there for you guys to kind of get a little bit of savings. I don't mind going out there and asking for that. You know, if it saves you some bucks, I mean, why not, right? So, yeah, that's where we're at, man. Let's see here. Jumping into the comments. Turn One says it's really nice. Love my e-flite extra 300. Yeah, that 300 is just a rocket ship, dude. I've seen it do amazing things. Iron Mover says, anyone looking at the 700 size blade heli? Not this guy. Alex France, what's going on? He says, did you see the Free Wing F-16? Yes, sir. We talked about it earlier in the show. That was the first portion of the show. And yeah, man, we talked about it, dude. It's awesome. It's amazing. I want it, and I want everything. So, but it's an amazing flying airplane. It looks really good. Guys, let's talk about another good airplane that came out that's on sale. And tonight is the last night. We're talking about the Free Wing 64 millimeter F-22 Raptor V2 High Performance. It's on sale right now as we speak for $150. Crazy. Like, I guess they're trying to liquidate. I'm not sure what they're doing, but here it is. This is the bird. You can see it right here. It's a flash sale. Ends August 22nd. $149. It was $179, so you're getting, some savings off of that right there. You're saving $30. You can't beat that. And looks like a pretty decent airplane, a little toss and boss. Like I said, it's 64 millimeter. In my humble opinion, I have the Banana Hobby twin 40 millimeter, and it's plenty for me. I like it. So, I didn't really see the point in me getting this when I have the twin 40 millimeter. So I probably will not get this, but I will say for $150, this is a crazy deal. So if you want something, and it has the upgraded 2850 kV 12-bladed fan. So, and Jeff had one of these that we actually flew it in the rain, and the thing flies phenomenal. So take the gear off of it and toss this bad boy, and it flies just like the larger F-22 that Freewing carries. So I was pretty surprised about how that thing flew. So yeah, there you have it. That's it, man. That was and that was just a crazy good deal. I'm jumping into the comments. What do you guys think? Are you guys gonna pick one up or no? Let's see here. Oh, RC Pilot Will. Let's see here. I'll email you the link. Are you guys going to end up getting one of these? Let's see here. Because I think it's pretty cool. There we go. I just sent you the link. Let's see here. Iron Mover says, just made my F-22 64 2 days ago. Flies good. Yep, it does. Look, the F-22 is an amazing flying airplane, guys. There's just no way around it. So it's just a nice flying airplane. RC Lando says, I was getting 5 minutes of flight on my X-Fly twin 40 millimeter with SMC's 220. Yeah, I was too. It blows your mind how efficient those 40 millimeters are. So for me, I already have an F-22, and I would prefer twin thrust of a 40 millimeter over the 64. Nothing wrong with it, but this is my personal opinion. So, but yeah, Banana Hobby has that one too. So, hey man, we're all about spreading the wealth and the information. If there's a good deal on an airplane, I feel like you guys should know. And if you can save a buck and get you an airplane at the same time, like why not? Why not? Alex says, what do you think of the Flyfans SU-27 64 millimeter? You mean this one right here? This little buddy right here? Oh man, that thing's awesome. That thing is an excellent flying airplane. That's twin 64 millimeter. Or is that 20? Yeah, it is a 64, I believe. Yeah, it flies amazing, dude. It's a great flying airplane. We did a video review of it on there. It's on the channel. So you can go in there on RC Plane Reviewer, and in the search bar, type in SU-27, and you can see how well that thing flies. Actually, that was the airplane that I didn't assemble the elevator on properly, and it actually came off mid-flight of a high-speed pass, and I landed it with one elevator. So that's a testament to how well that airplane flies. It really does fly good. Let's see. So, but yeah, so man, those are the airplanes that have been coming up. We've got a lot of good videos in the shuck that I'm ready to show you guys, but I have to be patient, and I try to kick out one new video every week for you guys to take a look at and see. So we got some cool stuff in the hole coming down. We got some turbine jets, we got some prop planes, we got some EDFs coming. So man, we're hitting the full spectrum. So and it's expensive, but we're doing it, man, and it's fun. So as long as I can keep rocking and rolling, we're going to do it. And it's a really cool thing. So, and also next on the shuck for turbine is I'm getting the Super Viper turbine jet coming up next, man. I've been wanting one of those things for a long time, and I am trying to get one. So fingers crossed we'll have one, and that will be cool. That'll be a really good one too. If you're trying to get into the turban game, this will be super helpful. And I'm going to have a how-to video, just basic nomenclature of a turban airplane, because everybody seems to be scared of them. And guys, I'm telling you, turbans are less scary than a gas plane. A 50cc gas prop plane is more scary to me than a turban, because that prop will cut your hand off if you do something crazy. Even one of those little nitro engines will slash you up pretty good. But a turban's just going to explode on you if you don't do maintenance on it. I'm partially kidding, but no, man, turbans are super easy, and there's nothing to fear out of them whatsoever. Honestly, they are super easy. They literally start and run themselves. The most scary thing about a turban is the cost. It may take your breath away. So, but yeah, so that one's coming too. So stay tuned, man. We'll see how that works out. But until then, man, I'm really enjoying the EDF jets and everything in there. All right, dude, it's time to ask some questions. So, guys, how do you handle rude people at your field? Have you guys had any run-ins with people who have been pretty much rude to you? Like, how do you deal with those people at your field? Because I've noticed there could be a generational gap. Some people are very comfortable being confrontational, and some people would just rather walk away. And I've seen the latter of all. So it'll be pretty interesting. So I'm jumping to the comments and I'm seeing what we're saying. So how do you handle rude people at the field when you're there flying? Let's say you crash your airplane and somebody says something smart. And I mean, do you just like, bite your lip and keep it moving, or what? Let's jump in here. I'm hooked on turbans now, still trying to catch up with you, Bobby. Yeah, man. Dude, I'm trying to catch up with me. I need to slow down. Rob Bender says, I haven't had to deal with that yet. And that's a good thing, because I think in this hobby, you won't have a lot of people like that at the field. They don't typically seem to last very long. Normally, the people who are problematic at an airfield don't hang around for a while. The reason is because, the clubs are there to be relaxing. You're there to kind of de-stress yourself and hang out with people, and just have a good time. So when you have stressful people there, really, they seem to kind of fizzle themselves out. But has any of you guys ever had somebody so problematic that they were asked not to come back to the field? Because you can have one person can actually ruin your organization, your field experience, especially with new people coming to the field. And I'm a big proponent for new people that are coming to the field, man. You really got to be nice to them, because that is our future. And if we want to keep having cool airplanes come out, these are the people buying them. We're buying them too, but that is typically the future of the field, man. So Iron Mover says, no rude people at our club yet. All good people. Yep, that's good. I've noticed at some fields, like you'll have some people that are quirky. I've seen where the only thing I've really seen that's been crazy was we had some people who are safety officers, and they've just been a little bit over the top, I've seen that before, but and this is going to be good because I'm vice president of our field, and if we should ever have to deal with somebody like that, it's good to know how everybody else is kind of dealing with it. So let's take a look. Iron Mover said, Haggard Hobby says, a few years back, we had to vote a guy out. Dude was roid rage. Yeah. That's actually, I was wondering about that. So you guys actually opened it up to the club, which is very fair, because when you go to tell them, say, hey, you're no longer a member of this club. It was a group thing, not a personal thing, which is a great move. So how did that guy take it? I wonder. That's interesting. Keith Dunn says, I just got a little grumpy. People talking that don't make a scene. Yeah. That's very interesting. That's actually good to know. Let's see here. Hacker Harvey says, I'm sure you know who I'm talking about. But yes, I do know who you're talking about. I do. TJ, what's going on, man? He says, we can always arrest him, Bobby. Yeah, that's true. We could always arrest him, take him to jail, throw him in there, said you've been bad. Or we could challenge him to a pickleball game, TJ. We know how that's going to work out. They're not going to be able to hack the pickleball. Turn One says, we actually had our landowner get physical with the member. Ooh, he actually accosted the member. Hence, we're getting a new field. Wow, that is a whole new different level. Man, that's crazy. Yeah, that's very interesting. This is a topic that I was reading in a forum in RC groups, and I was like, wow, some of the things in there, I couldn't tell if they were telling the truth or they're just like over the top, but I assumed that it was pretty accurate. So far, I think the best thing is actually voting people out. You know, I think that's wild. All right. Now, I have a next question for you guys. And this one is a loaded question because it's pretty good. But I'm wondering what you guys think. And let me see here. Where is he? Let's see here. Nope. Okay. So this is a good question. And I often wonder this. Do you guys trust manufacturers' product videos? So, like, let's say Horizon Hobby comes out with the video. Do you trust the video, like the product, like the remote control? Like we just saw the 330. You know, it gives you a good idea. Do you trust that video and kind of go off of that? Or do you start looking for other videos to kind of to formulate an opinion? So let's see here. That's a loaded question, right? I told you. Let's see here. Troy Mitchell, what's going on? He says, no rude people at our field, but you better have thick skin because they're full of jokes. I love it. That's funny. By the way, we got some people in here that are new to the channel. I'm going to go ahead and arm you guys and make you moderators. And that way you can help keep the channel safe. Keep the channel safe. So what do you guys think about that? That's a pretty tough question, right? Because, you know, let's see. Turn One says, absolutely not. He doesn't trust it at all. Rob Bender says, not really. I look for non-sponsored reviews. Yeah, cool. Honestly, I look at both. Seth Greenberg says, when I fly, it's all hot babes and people walking their dogs. I don't know where you're flying, man, but that's kind of cool. Let's see. Mountain RC says, the guys at the field that bug me most are the elites with their expensive planes that move in and expect to take the best spots and feel that when they want to fly, they want everyone out of their way. Ooh, that's pretty tough, man. That's pretty tough. Let's see. LDK Dodge, what's going on? He says, yo, I just found you while working on a plane. Dude, that's cool. Well, welcome to the channel. Glad you found us. Yeah, man, live show every Thursday night, 8:30 p.m. We come in here and we hack it up. Normally there's more of us in here. And we're conversing, but we're rolling on. Alex Fran says, no, I watch other videos. Yeah. So you guys kind of do what I do, right? Like I look at the manufacturer's video and it sets a baseline, and then I go and look at other videos. So that's literally what I do. Manufacturers' videos are good, depending on who they are. There's only a handful of manufacturer videos that I actually trust. Jeremy Stoltz, one of them, because I know him and I know how he thinks, and he's super thorough, and he doesn't, he just won't do, he just doesn't do the stuff that he's not really trying to sell the product. He's just showing you. Let's see here. Let's see. Noon says, oh, what's going on, Noon? It's good to have you in here. Yamaha 450 says, I checked the RC plane reviewer page before making a decision. Oh, that's cool, man. I appreciate it. And literally, dude, when it's funny because it sounds cheesy, but literally, I always say it, the product sells itself. Like, me, I'm flying the airplane. I'm showing you how it's flying and everything that it does. So you can kind of see how it's doing. But I mean, I really have no interest in selling somebody a product and trying to make you believe like an airplane's good and bad. Like I don't have any inclination to do that. So pretty interesting. Iron Mover says, I watch Model Aviator first, then others. Yeah, that's pretty cool. P51 fan says, I wait for Tail Heavy to lampoon products. Love their candor. Yeah, Tail Heavy's okay. They're not bad. you know, they kind of do the satire, I guess you could say. It's pretty. It's okay. Turn One says, I do trust Jeremy Stoltz even when he doesn't respond to my text. LOL. Just busting your chops. There it is. That's pretty funny. Mount RC says, I watch RC Plane Reviewer and Pilot Will videos. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty cool. I think so. We try really hard, man, to have like good products and good conversation and let you guys really see the airplanes and for what it is, and just try to have a good time. RC Lando says, I have to watch it just happened to my screen. I have to watch multiple videos to make my final decision on anything. Same here. I'm really methodical about how I go about picking up airplanes and buying them and stuff. Like, I'm funny. I'm kind of like the rest of you guys. I really like to do my homework, my research before I pull the trigger on it and kind of figure it out that way. Noons. Products sell themselves. No rush to push them. I do show how to fix or upgrade stuff. I see that's not up to snuff, though. Yeah, absolutely, Noons. And that's the stuff that really, helps a lot of people out. When you start finding all the stuff that is that's not good, it needs some fixing up. That's where it's at. Let's see. Rob Bender says, except for the V2 F-16 90mm. That F-16 90mm is pretty awesome. So I'm pretty excited about that one. I actually can't wait to kind of see how that thing flies, honestly. So I'm going to take another look here. And let's see. Jamie Gonzalez says, have you seen the new F-16 promotion RC? Yes, we definitely have. He says, hope they fixed the landing gear. Yes. And we pulled the video out. We actually looked at it. We talked about it in the earlier portion of the show. And you can definitely see that it's a pretty cool looking airplane. I mean, it's just really nice. So let's see here. I was trying to see if we could pull it one more out. Trying to look and see. And nope. Oh, there it is. Boom. There you got it right there. Yep. So that's the bad boy that just hit the market today, man. Really nice looking airplane. I'm really liking how it looks. They did a really good job with the pictures. The lights are really good. You can see the lights here. It's got the brakes. You got Wesley sitting here holding it. I mean, it's a good looking bird, man. I'd clearly have to take all those that ordnance off though. And I know it's just for the shot, but it looks good. It looks really good. And I'm pretty stoked about it. So without further ado, guys, look, man, we've been rolling for an hour and 7 minutes. I think it's time to shut down this bad boy, guys. What do y'all think? We've been rolling pretty hard. So yeah, I think it's time to shut this bad boy down. Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I hope you had a wonderful Thursday. Man, we have been just knocking it out, man. So gosh, hour and 8 minutes. I think it's time for us to kick our heels up and take a nice break. And yeah, here we go. Let's see. TJ said, great show, Bobby. Jamie Gonzalez says, I love your videos. Do you have any behind the scene insight regarding the FMS 70mm Avanti? Not just yet. It hasn't came out yet, but it should be pretty cool. That 8S Avanti is going to be really nice. It's going to be extremely fast. So I think you're gonna have a good time. But guys, really appreciate you. Thanks for tuning to the channel. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and also follow us on Instagram. That will be pretty cool. So without further ado, I think y'all should take it easy. And I hope y'all have a happy Friday. Here we go.